Hey there, happy friends! Even Star here, and it seems like a really long time since I last spoke to you all about what's going on the website. The reason being that all of those videos that you've been seeing for like the last 3 or 4 weeks, I recorded those like all in one day like 3 weeks ago, so I haven't actually made a video for about a month. And if you follow the Facebook page, and I will just take a moment now to remind you that the best place to find out when new stuff is coming out is on the Facebook page, Hancock's House of Happy on Facebook. There's a lot of nice, friendly, happy friends there to interact with, and I always post up new designs as and when they come out there, so please follow that. But as I said on the Facebook page the other day, um, last week I came back from Canada. I've spent 3 weeks in Canada with my family in Ontario, had a wonderful break. I felt like on the run up to that because I had to get like 3 or 4 weeks of content on the website, so I could take a break and spend time with my family there. That was like really just a really busy time in getting all those things done, like doing 4 videos all at once. And coming back, I was like really jet lagged last week, so I didn't do a video for um, this week's Ort Stravaganza. So if you're following again on the Facebook page, you'll know that we've got sort of a random week of cross stitch designs going on. And I'm not going to go through those today because I want to talk about what's going on next week on the blog. And I'm going to be switching up dates as well. So usually my videos would come out on a Wednesday. I've decided to switch to Saturdays. The reason for that being that if I had a design, which I always have a design coming out on Wednesdays, and then I put my coming soon post up, they kind of like compete with each other in not a good way. So I thought I don't post any designs on a Saturday, so I might as well do my coming attractions on a Saturday. So blah 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 blah. That's kind of what's going on and what's changing, and I'm really excited to talk to you about the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to do 1 week today, 1 week today, and then I'll do another video next week for the second week. So for, you know, the sort of 2 middle weeks. In December, we've got some really cool things coming up. As you can see, I'm not in the shed today. I'm in my house because my shed is chilly. It is chilly here in Essex in the UK. Not as chilly as it was in Canada. Holy crow. Yeah, we had like feet of snow in November, which is very odd for where my family lives, getting that amount of snow. But it was kind of like, it was like just for us, you know. We went there and it was like we had the full Canadian Ontario experience. It was fantastic. Anyway, very excited to talk to you about next week's designs, and the inspiration for the next sort of 2 weeks designs is it is coming up to Christmas, and maybe you're thinking, oh my goodness, I've forgotten somebody, or you're looking at, you know, maybe you've got a really special present that you're going to give to somebody really special, and you're thinking, oh, it looks a little bit sad and plain. What can I do to make this look a little bit more special? And I've got 2 weeks of what I'm calling last minute minis. Yes, so we've got lots of mini designs coming in sort of big sampler formats. So this week we've got rather traditional cross-stitch motifs coming up. And they come in the format of nice big samplers with lots of motifs in them, but you can take each of those little tiny motifs out of the sampler, cross stitch it on its own, and make it up into a card element or a gift tag or even something to hang on your Christmas tree. And I have vowed to do a proper tutorial for that in the very near future. So without further ado, let's have a look at what's coming up. So first up, like I say, all this week it's pretty traditional. So this is a fairly traditional cross-stitch sampler design, and the theme here is birds. And there's like some flowers, and I think there's like some bees, and there's some butterflies in there as well. Lots of happy colors here. Birds, very, very popular traditional cross-stitch motif, especially these sort of like stylized, like tiny birds. They symbolize in, you know, cross-stitch samplers things like, you know, fertility and new life and springtime. So they're kind of a happy thing to put on something, and you've got, you know, 4 or 5 different birds in this sampler that you can like take out and cross stitch on their own. I think these would make really neat, tiny little Christmas tree decorations. Nice little bit of handmade sparkle for your Christmas tree. And also the sort of fruits and flowers in there would make really cool sort of little gift tags. The colors are included in the download on the website, but any of these little tiny motifs, like the colors are so, the number of colors is so small that you can change those to suit your own tastes. Coming up on Tuesday is a really fun one. I had a lot of fun doing this, and it is a reindeer or stag or deer cross-stitch sampler. As you can see, there's like loads of different of these sort of stylized, you can call them reindeer or stags or deer or caribou, or I think there's one that's even rather moose-like in there. And this was just a whole lot of fun to play with form, and you know, how few pixels do you need to create the impression of something, or for something to actually look like a deer or a reindeer. You know, how few pixels can you get away with? There was like, I had like way more that I could have put in here, all different shapes and sizes, but it just started to get way too big. Now, I've tried to make these samplers and these motifs sort of season agnostic, if you like, because, you know, sometimes you have last minute cross stitch emergencies at any time of year, you know, birthdays, Easter, you know, things like that, or, you know, just friendship gifts, or maybe you need a thank you card element, something like that. But this one's actually pretty festive. It's in that sort of Nordic style as well, with the Nordic border of snowflakes there. And there's only 2 colors in this one. So when you download the pattern, there's no color chart included there because there are only 2 colors. And you know what? You can make those any 2 colors that you like. This is the mini sampler chart coming up on Wednesday. As you can see, it is just a whole bunch of hearts. Now again, you could do so many more different styles of heart, and I might play around with that for February and Valentine's Day. Personally, not a big Valentine's fan. We don't really do Valentine's Day, my partner and I, but I know lots of people do, and they're always looking for, you know, sort of cute heart patterns and things. And this was, again, just a whole lot of fun to play around with form and pattern and filling them in. It turned out to be just sort of a nice, simple square design of all the hearts in there, and there's like big ones and small ones, so you can string some of these together. I think they'd make like a really cool sort of little, what do you call it, garland, if you did a bunch of those. And, you know, all you do, like I've said before, I will do a tutorial on this where, you know, you do your cross stitch, you cut around it, you just put some wood glue or PVA glue on the back with a little bit of glitter and let it dry, and then you can like string those all together. I think that'd be really cute, especially on a card. I think these would be really good for Valentine's Day cards if you have someone extra special that you want to give a card to. On Thursday, we have sort of another sort of more festive, more Christmassy, seasonal type sampler with lots of little tree motifs or Christmas tree motifs. I think these would be really cute, especially stitched up to put on your own Christmas tree. I've also included in there sort of an evergreen garland going around the outside, which I was thinking Wow, that make like a really cool like bookmark, and those are like really awesome Christmas gifts. Like bookmarks, like if you just want a really simple, quick gift for somebody that it looks like you put a whole lot of effort in but wasn't, makes them feel really special but is really stress free for you, is bookmarks, man. Everybody loves a bookmark. And I think these motifs really lend themselves well to a bookmark because they are quite narrow, and fit on really good bookmark size. And again, very simple colors here. I did include the colors in this one, but again, you can use whatever greens, whatever greens you have on hand, whatever evergreens you have on hand. Didn't quite work, did it? Anyway, and you know, whatever colors you prefer. And finally, on Friday, I've got this really simple cross-stitch font alphabet, because if you want to take some of those mini motifs and make your own mini samplers, and I've got one, just give me 1 second. So like this, for example. Okay, forget the word for a moment, or don't, right? If that's your thing, go ahead. But this is like a mini sampler I made using those tiny motifs, and you can take any of those motifs off of any of those samplers that we've seen today and put them together to make your own little sampler. So I've got a heart in there, a little deer in there, and a little crown. So that's like 3 of those already. And you can use this cross-stitch font to create your little message from me to you. Yes. These make really cute and also quick gifts. These frames, like these really tiny frames, you can get, well, you can get just about anywhere. You can get them at the craft store. You can get them on, I hate to say it, you can get them on Amazon for less than $1 or £1 each. And they make really super little gifts for people. And I think they're kind of nicer than a card, because if you've got someone who has like a really special birthday, or you want to give someone a special Christmas card or whatever, these are a little, I think these are a little bit better because people keep them. You know, they don't just go in the landfill. They'll keep them forever. They'll become an heirloom of your house, right? So that's what this week and also next week is about, is similar to Remembrance Week, is where I gave you all of those sort of like frames that you could put your own messages in. The next 2 weeks are sort of about giving you a kit to create your own designs. And if you do stitch your own designs, I would love to see them. So make sure that you share them with me on the Facebook page. Now, we're not done yet, because December, shout out to my Patreons, and there's getting to be quite a few of you now, which is, thanks guys, you're awesome. We've got exclusive designs, 4 exclusive designs in December, not just 3, and 1 has come out already, so we missed this one last week, and it's a series of 4 season samplers, and this is winter, so that one's come out last week for the first week of December, and they're all in that format. They're all the same size, all in that round format. So this is winter. As you can see, it's got those really nice frosty green tones, those sort of little pops of red color. Really enjoyed making these, enjoyed making this one. Next week, you've got spring after winter. And again, even though it's in the same format, and I tried to do this with all of the 4 seasons designs, is use that format, but use different color palettes, different styles to express the season. So after winter, you've got spring, and spring has all of these sort of really pastel, tiny blooms. You've got a little brown bird there looking for a home in that bird box. These are both really big designs. They're almost like 12 inches in diameter. So nice, big, juicy cross-stitch designs, and they come as a multi-PDF page PDF download. Now, if you would like to be a Patreon subscriber and download these designs as well as all of the other Patreon exclusives, I will leave a link here to my Patreon page. It costs only $2 American dollars per month to support me as an artist and the work I do here in creating content, because cross-stitch is not very monetizable when it comes to AdSense. So this is a way that I can create another revenue stream to support what I do, and you help me to do that. So I think that's all from me for this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's designs. And just a reminder to like and share my content all over the internet. Pinterest is very helpful. Sharing my stuff on Pinterest is really helpful. And also join us on the Facebook page. Share on Twitter, share on Facebook, share on Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys are stitching, so leave me a comment below. And I'll see you all later. Bye!